Canon 16-35mm f2.8L II has been one of the most coveted lenses amongst landscape photographers for a fairly long time. The legendary Sunstar was one of the major selling points of the lens, and it was one of the major characteristics that really separated the Canon lens from the rest of the field. When we first heard that Canon was going to release an updated version of the lens, we were pretty darn excited. The Mark II was a fantastic piece of glass, but struggled in terms of corner sharpness and control of chromatic aberration along the edges and in the corners of the frame. The upgraded version of the Canon lens promised to correct a number of those issues while still holding on to some of the characteristics of the previous version that made it so appealing to landscape shooters around the world. With that said, the real question is, how does the updated Canon lens compare to its predecessor? The previous iteration of this lens had a number of issues that we will discuss in this review while we compare and contrast the two versions. The fundamental questions that we will be addressing in this review is if the upgrade warrants the price increase, and if the performance from the new design is convincing enough to justify the upgrade. APS-C with an equivalent focal length of 25.6 to 56 mm and an equivalent aperture of f4.5. There are better wide-angle APS-C options on the market, such as the Tokina 11 to 16 mm f2.8 and x116 Pro DX2 lens, or the Sigma 18 to 35 mm f1.8R DCHSM that can really take advantage of a fast aperture for a fraction of the price. For this reason, we are not going to consider this lens for use on the APS-C platform in this review. Canon 16-35mm f2.8L III USM headline features fully weather-sealed construction f2.8 maximum aperture 16-35mm focal range sub-wavelength coatings SWC and air sphere coatings ASC to eliminate lens flare and boasting two large diameter double surface GMO lenses plus a ground spherical lens to help decrease distortion, curvature of field and astigmatism. Two UD lenses help to reduce chromatic aberration.